Hey guys, AJ here, back with another one for you. It's Tuesday. It's Halloween, guys. I hope you're having a good Halloween. I actually took third place in a costume contest on Saturday. I didn't even know that I entered. Like, it was at the bar that I was at. And I was like, wait a minute. So, guys, we're going to look at a case today because I always cover all these teachers and all these women that are abusing students. Okay? And we have a case today of a social worker who admitted to sleeping with a 13-year-old. Clown world. Absolute clown world. Okay? And I don't know why, but hold on. Here's a story right in here. Social worker admits to being with a 13-year-old clown world. Now, there's still those people that are like, oh, well, it shouldn't matter because he's a boy and blah, blah, blah. Guys, that's BS, okay? No children should be engaging in this type of behavior. None. Okay? It doesn't matter the gender. Studies show that mental damage trauma is done either way. So there is no, oh, it's better for one. You know what I mean? And that narrative will not stand here. It won't. And I'm going to keep covering this, guys, because this is absolutely ridiculous. Now, the thing is Chris Hansen was interviewed about this. So we're going to look at the interview, but let's look at the story first, okay? The social worker admitted to having sex with 13-year-old boys she counseled. This is this month. An Ohio social worker was arrested for having relations with a 13-year-old. She was assigned to counsel. Yeah. So she was his counselor. Peyton Shires, 24, allegedly admitted to the disturbing behavior during a call with the boy's mother and detectives. Shires, Mount Sterling, was previously employed by the National Youth Advocate Program, a group that specializes in working with families involved in foster care. It remains unclear when she was assigned to him. So the boy's mother contacted police to report her suspicions after allegedly discovering inappropriate text messages between her son and Shire's clown world. Now, guys, we looked at a thing the other day, and this guy, he was a lawyer. He was saying that this always happens. I mean, this has always happened, but people are getting caught more because of technology. And I'm starting to believe that, guys. Now there's documented evidence. You know, there's a lot more social media, pictures and text messages and all this foolishness, right? Cops allegedly conducted a search of the phone and discovered footage of the boy and Shires having relations. Where are we here? 1 second, guys. When investigators interviewed the boy, he repeatedly admitted to having relations with Shires on at least 2 occasions. Shires was arrested Friday after allegedly admitting her behavior with the boy to his mother on a call. Look at that. There she is. And, you know, Cat Wags is in the house. What's up, man? So, look at this. She's charged with unlawful conduct with a minor. She's being held on a $500,000 bond. Have you ever heard of one of these teachers or whatever, these female predators getting a bond that high? Man. Wow. Guys, give this judge a round of applause. The state records show that she was a social worker licensed in June. So she just got her license in June and got busted this month. Wow. Look at that. Now, everyone, here's kind of my theory, right? Okay, now perverts are all genders. I mean, there is no archetype of a pervert, all right? They can be black, white, Hispanic, male, female, straight, LGBTQ, who knows, right? But I think that we've become such a youth-focused society now, right? Where like 45-year-olds, so younger Gen X, millennials, and Gen Z are wearing the same things, watching the same shows, listening to the same music, right? It's crazy. So think about it. In 1970, 1980, this woman's 24. She would have been married and had kids, right? So she would have been quote unquote adulting. But now it's like we're extending teenage years, right? Clown world. So this woman here at 24, like, it's weird. It's like they want to relive some like high school fantasy or something crazy, and it's inexcusable. Octo, what's up, man? Good to see you. Now, as Chris Hansen gets involved, and thanks for Law and Crime Network for all that they do, because they really do give a whole lot of good stuff. So let's just jump into this really quick.
An Ohio social worker accused of sexually abusing a 13-year-old boy she was supposed to be counseling is now facing more charges after she allegedly threatened the boy's mother.
Ooh, I didn't know that part. Whoa. So she called the boy's mom and said, I'm going to come see you. Wow.
Acclaimed predator catcher Chris Hansen comes back on to discuss. Welcome to Sidebar, presented by Law and Crime. I'm Jesse Weber. Let's talk about 24-year-old Peyton Shires, an Ohio social worker, or I should say former Ohio social worker with the National Youth Advocate Program, who was first arrested on October 6th, on her birthday, actually, believe it or not. This happened in Franklin County, Ohio. She was accused of sexually abusing a 13-year-old boy who she was supposed to be acting as his mental health counselor. In fact, the boy...
Guys, can you think of any more abuse of power than that? She's supposed to be his mental health counselor, and she's taking advantage of.
The boy's mother had gone to police when she saw all these messages on her son's phone from Shires, and the messages seemed to indicate that she had been asking if his mom had seen any of the videos or images, or if the videos had been deleted. So the mom realized something was off, took a closer look, and she reported Shires to the police. So police actually found a video of Shires and this boy engaging in sexual conduct, and the boy admitted to police that he had sex with Shires multiple times. So what the police did is they kind of set up this sting in a way. They listened into a call between the boy's mom and Shires where she allegedly admitted to the sexual conduct.
Wow.
Shires was arrested. She was charged with unlawful sexual contact with a minor, and my understanding is that is a 4th-degree felony, which can result in up to 6 to 18 months behind bars. It's crazy to think that Shires...
6 to 18 months behind bars, that's it? That's it? Are you hearing this? Someone, please. I'm going to drop the link. I'm going to drop the link because this is bullshit. Guys, listen to that again.
Shires was arrested. She was charged with unlawful sexual contact with a minor, and my understanding is that is a 4th-degree felony, which can result in up to 6 to 18 months behind bars.
6 to 18
Crazy to think
months.
that Shires had just got her license to be a social worker over the summer. Okay,
so she probably just graduated from grad school because she was 24. So let's just say that she went to college. She's 18, got her master's, got her license, and the first thing that she does is decide to abuse a young child. Clown world.
Okay, so she was booked into jail, but she was out. She was released on $500,000 bond, and as a condition of her release, she was prohibited from contacting the boy.
Who paid her bond? That's like $50,000 you got to put up because you got to put up 10%.
Well, now you fast forward to Thursday, October 26th. Shires is out. And now, according to court documents, she suddenly shows up at the 13-year-old's house with a gun.
What? Yo, she showed up. She shows up to the boy's house with a gun. No way, guys. Man, she jumped up in the car and said, straight up Grand Theft Auto style, dude. Straight up Grand Theft Auto style. Okay, let's analyze what's all wrong with this. First of all, is she supposed to have a firearm being arrested anyways? Number two, she's not supposed to have any contact at all. So she shouldn't even be calling, let alone driving to the person's house. And then she's threatening them with a handgun? Look at this. That's attempt to influence or intimidated. She arrived at the victim's home with a handgun, entered the front porch and called the victim's mom, threatening to delete her and herself. Whoa. Man.
And threatens to kill not only the mom, but herself.
Wow.
Now, the boy's mom wasn't home, but she did receive a call from Shires where she allegedly said that she and her son ruined her life.
Oh,
Shires was apprehended by police.
There it is. Oh, it was the mom and the son's fault. Okay. They ruined her life. Guys, that is such BS. That is such BS right there. And we all know how predators hate to take accountability for anything. Okay? Come on.
At the residence where officers found her on the front porch with a gun to her head, saying that she was going to kill herself. Shires has now been hit with 2 additional felony counts of intimidating a crime victim or witness by force or threat. Her bond has been revoked. Quite a story. Want to bring back in right now Chris Hansen, friend of the show, host of Takedown on True Blue and the podcast Predators I've Caught with Chris Hansen. Chris, again, good to see you.
What's funny is she was, I wonder if they're going to release the phone call. You know what I'm saying? She's on the phone talking to the little boy, and she's like, wait, and she says,
"You seem like law enforcement." I happen to know law enforcement.
Once more, I wish it was under better circumstances, but another wild case. Overall thoughts on this case and the new development?
Tell us, Chris.
Well, Jesse, it's disturbing.
Hey guys, so I was listening to Chris Hansen's podcast earlier today. Well, most of the day today, and it's funny. You guys remember how William Shatner does that? Captain's log, start date 567-4849. We've traveled back in time, right? Chris Hansen kind of does a pause like William Shatner does. Spock, you out of your Vulcan mind. Oh man! Oh yeah. James, obviously they set her up, and she's socially awkward, and she answered a Craigslist ad, and she didn't know any better. She was a budding college student that had her whole life in front of her. Clown world, guys. Absolute clown world.
On many different levels, and thanks for having me again, albeit on a very dark.
Well, guys, drop a like on the stream. That's the thumbs up button. It helps with the all-knowing algorithm. For the last 2 streams, I've actually managed to have, towards the end of the stream, the same amount of likes as viewers or more. So I appreciate that, guys.
Subject. What really bothers me about this particular case is not only did this woman, the social worker, have access to children, not just this young child, this young teenage boy, but others. And then you have to ask yourself the question, did she go into this position knowing that she would have access to underage boys? Was that,
guys, how much you want to bet that that was in the back of her mind the whole time.
That's some sort of a goal of hers. And then to hear this, and I hear this all the time in our predator investigations, you ruined my life. You know,
facts, right there. He said it, guys. We said the same thing. We hear that all of the time. Oh man, she says,
Please don't put this in TV. Don't put this in TV.
that to me, they say that to the police during our sting operations. I'm sorry, I'll never do it again. Don't put this on TV. Well, guess what? You ruined your own life when you made the decision as an adult to exploit a vulnerable child. Now, there's a reason this boy was seeking mental health treatment.
Yep.
And that puts him in a very vulnerable category. And they look up to people. And this woman took it.
Man, look at those eyes, man. Look at that, guys. Man, oh man, oh man, oh man, oh man. That's it. I'm sorry. That is an evil looking woman right there. Look at that, man. Look at that. If you guys are ever with, to all you guys out there, if you're ever with any woman and at any point, maybe it's in an argument, maybe you're in the throes of doing the dirty, and you see those eyes right there.
Run! Go! Get to the chopper!
Run far and run fast, dude. Seriously.
Advantage of it. And it's just like the case of a police officer we caught in a sting in Michigan, and Todd Baraka. He was not only a police officer, but he had been a parole officer, a juvenile parole officer.
That's scary.
A supervisor in high schools, in junior high schools, and had an assistant supervision role there. And so you have to wonder what happens when these people have contact with children. They go there because they're predators and they want to exploit victims, and they find them as easy prey. The whole thing is horrifying.
You know, we covered some pretty crazy cases, and clearly there is a need for personal safety in this world. So I want to talk to you right now about palm pepper spray. This is the next.
Oh, man. Everyone gets some hot sauce, man. You want to neutralize a person. Give them a face full of hot sauce, dude. Straight up.
Accessory. You can learn horrifying and how quickly she got the job to then being arrested, which, by the way, brings me to a state.
It was like 4 months or something. Wait, June, July, August, September. 4 months, yeah.
And this is from the media representative for the National Youth Advocate Program. The statement reads, "Protecting children is everyone's responsibility. The National Youth Advocate Program, or NYAP, is saddened by the situation involving one of our former employees and a young person served by our organization. NYAP has reported the situation to Franklin County Children's Services and is collaborating with them and the Columbus Police Department on this case." What do you make of that? Because I imagine in your career, it's not just people, random strangers who don't have contact with children, and meet them on chat forums or things like that, but people who, as you said, are put in a position to be around children, to take care of children, teachers, social workers. And for this statement, because I think the first thing that came to my mind is, how did you hire this person? Were there no red flags?
Well, but in defense of the organization, I mean,
there's no kind of real way for them to know, which is sad. Because how do you vet this, right? As long as she's had a history, and this is why a lot of female predators don't get caught, guys. It's because they end up in these kind of intimate situations, and oftentimes it just flies under the radar. Luckily, this boy said something.
How many people are really out there? I mean, if you're running this organization and you've got somebody who's educated, who's a young adult, who wants to help kids, what is the red flag? It'll be interesting to me to see if there was anything in this woman's background that should have alerted the organization to a potential problem, but there may not have been. And so do you look at every applicant for a job like this, an important job like this. There's a shortage of people who want to do this kind of work. Do you look at
Yeah, because the pay sucks, the hours suck. Everyone that I know who's in social work or who started out in it doesn't do it anymore. They have a whole bunch of debt and no way to pay it off. Man, that sucks. Jameson, what's going on in California?
Hey, so I understand you're listening to Chris Hansen's podcast.
It is his podcast.
I just noticed that he is doing that in this interview.
Yeah. Especially in his podcast. We're going to find a chat log for these predators. What we're about to find can barely be described with words.
To be fair, a lot of time he's just reading from the TCAP wiki page. So
yeah, that's true. That's true. You know what's funny is I just did Timothy Isaacs. Dude. I thought his name was Mario. I was trying to find him, and I'm like, dude, wait, I can't find this guy's background. Well, what's this guy's name? Name is Mario, right? So yeah.
Hey, you didn't comment on his pants though.
His jeans?
Yeah, he had a big hole in his jeans.
Yeah, I thought so. So I was going back through the video, and I'm like, is that a hole in his pants? Couldn't be. Yeah, he's an idiot. That's for sure. And then like that quasi bad German guy from the 30s mustache he had going on there. Yeah. Come on, dude. Like what is that?
And I hadn't even noticed in his chat log that she called him Timmy. Went right over his head.
It went right over his head, man. That is hilarious. And she literally typed Timmay. That's hilarious. And he's like, can I call you Timmy? He said yes. She said,
you triggered my trap card.
I'm gonna call you Timmy. Oh, guys, if you haven't watched that Panderverse episode of South Park, oh man, that's one of the best episodes they've ever done. I have to say, they did it so well. Cyrano, what's up, man? August Lion, how you doing?
Predator. No, this is a rare situation. You have to give people in hiring situations the benefit of the doubt. I understand that. But this, again, it'll be interesting to see if this was a one-off situation between this counselor and this boy, or whether there had been other situations. It sounds like she was a relatively new employee.
But the fact that she jumped in the car, Tokyo drifted all the way over there, you know what I mean? You actually expect me to face justice after abusing your son?
How dare you?
And Jameson, who do you think paid her bail? She's on $500,000 bail. That means,
Does she own a house? Does she own a house?
I don't know. Or her parents bailed her out. I just try and find another article and see.
But it rattles me to my very core when I see a situation like this. And you'll hear all kinds of people come out and say, oh, it's a 13-year-old or a teenage boy's fantasy and this and that. And it's not. It's illegal. And while some may view it as a fantasy, this young boy has suffered a bit of trauma here. And now his mother has to cope with the fact that he has been sexually active with an older woman. And how do you counsel him now?
You know what else, Jameson? What's the girl's name? Do you remember?
This one?
Yeah.
No, I didn't catch it.
It's Peyton.
Oh, like Hand That Rocks the Cradle?
Yes. I knew you'd know, dude. Guys, if you want to see a crazy movie for Halloween, watch The Hand That Rocks the Cradle. Yo, there we go, dude. There we go. Look at that. Oh, this movie is so good. Man, oh man, oh man. Hell hath no fury, right?
Rebecca De Mornay, right?
Yeah, hello, nurse. Look at that. And you remember she was Tony Soprano's crazy girlfriend on The Sopranos. That's great, man. Yeah, this movie's good. Yes, check this movie out. So good. Look at this. Ohio social worker Peyton Childs, 24, is accused of having relations with a 13-year-old boy she was counseling. Had been wedding planning with her fiance, was a new mother, and backed the leash for baby predators. Social media confirmed to be Peyton Shires has laid bare the pending nuptials. She was engaged and gonna get married. Oh no! Oh no! She'd been engaged to her fiance for at least 2 years.
Is that who paid her bail?
3 years ago, maybe.
Beta.
Bought a house. There you go. Bought a house. Just settle down.
Oh, yeah.
Wow. Hold on. It says she cries at arraignment. Oh, wait, here. Let's do this one first because these are a lot of articles, okay? Your governor tackled a kid at a basketball game?
I saw that.
Okay.
He went Billy Madison on him.
A Twitter profile belonging to 24-year-old Peyton Shires is laid bare how she was engaged for over 2 years and had a 3-year-old son with her fiance. Other posts shed light on her lifestyle, showing that they knew that they bought a 3-bedroom home costing $225,000. That has to be Ohio.
Oh yeah,
you
that's
can't
cheap.
even buy a freaking shed where I live for less than 400, 500 grand.
Yeah.
In another, she appeared to back the deletion penalty for pedophiles. We tweeted a post saying dead predators don't re-offend. Guys, talk about a hypocrite. Shires was arrested in Columbus earlier this month for having relations with a 13-year-old. She posted her $50,000 bail, was arrested on Thursday after showing up to the victim's home with a gun, threatening to delete the mother. Oh, there's her fiance.
Oh, they showed his face. Usually they blur it out.
No. He's
You know,
like,
he kind
what's that?
he kind of looks like Russell Wilson, so it's
Yeah, he does. He does. He looks like
a fitting relationship.
Yeah, dude. He was like, "Oh, I'm so happy. I've married the woman of my dreams. We're gonna buy a house. We had a kid. Life can possibly be better, but guess what, bro?
You've been had. You've been took. You've been hoodwinked. Bamboozled. Led astray. Run amok.
You misread that article, by the way.
What do you mean?
It said an X profile.
Oh, I'm not calling Twitter. It's Twitter to me, dude. Look at that. Oh, look at there. Social media profile. Da, da, da. Her fiance picture is not involved in the case. Look at that, man.
Oh, no.
Well, I mean, come on.
I forgot she had a kid.
Belly button ring. I mean, come on. Is this like 2003, dude? Like, really? Like, do girls even have belly button rings anymore? I mean, well, apparently, right? But anyways, look at that. Whoever this is, you're my hero, she says. Bravo. Bragging about her accomplishments and how she owns a house, has 3 dogs, got engaged, and has a 1-year-old, all by the age of 21 in one post. That didn't age well. Shire's life took a turn last month when cops said that the alleged victim's mom found texts and videos on his phone. Days later, she was in cuffs after admitting she did this. I want to hear the phone calls, guys. That would be nice. The boy then told the cops in Columbus. That's facts, dude. That's facts. And you know why Elon Musk had all of his kids in Texas, and that's just, I think there's like a $2,800 child support cap in Texas. You know, so months earlier, Shires, a graduate of Ohio State, had her license to work as a social worker. own a house, have 3 dogs, got engaged, have a 1-year-old, all by 21. So proud of these accomplishments. Sharing images of her son, her fiance's proposal, and her then new home. Other updates on her family's doings saw her bill her life in the Ohio suburbs as a movie, along with countless array of selfies celebrated with taglines like "Moms can be pretty too," "Clown World." Look at that. Indicated that she had been dating her partner for at least 5 years before her arrest, which came just months after she received a job at Columbus's National Youth Advocate Program. Oh, they're showing the house. Look at that. Look at this guy. What is like? What? Hold on. What year is this? Like he's wearing a Hilfiger shirt. She's got a belly button ring. Like, were they bumping?
It says 2019 on the photo.
Friggin' NSYNC and Christina Aguilera and wherever this was, or what? Like, what's going on? Look at this shirt. I think I used to have this in college, you know, in 2001, you know. Look at that. So the firm has parted ways with her. Sometimes after Shires found herself the center of the scandal. Thursday, she showed up the victim's family house toting a gun. Man, she looked like Yosemite Sam in there. Since she's been arrested and sobbed in court, when the judge read her new witness tampering charges that could add 10 years of prison to her time.
Yep.
Wait a minute. How is it having relations with a child multiple times gets you 6 to 18 months, but then tampering with a witness can get her up to 10 years? Jamesons, please, someone say something here. I'm freaking stunned over here.
I'm speechless. I don't know.
That's crazy. That's absolute. You know what? We know exactly what that is, guys. Clown World.
Maybe it's because of the use of a gun.
Clown World. And now, look, I guarantee you that they denied her bond. So there goes that $50,000. Oops. Out on $50,000 bond. She turned up. She turned up threatening to delete herself and the boy's mother.
Hey, dead predators don't reoffend.
Facts.
Come on.
Absolute facts, man. This is Clown World, man. Unbelievable. Absolutely crazy, man. 1 second. Okay. All right. She's already been facing sentence of somewhere between 6 and 8 months. 6 and 18 months for the sexual case. One that could see her be forced to be on the RSL. In one social media post, she appeared to condemn the same criminal group that she is now accused of being in. Courts indicate no new bond for her has been granted after her recent outburst, and no new posts from the suspect show since her situation. Cops said that they came without incident after Shires had allegedly owned up to the relationship. Look at that, man. Look at her crying. She says, I didn't want to delete her. No. That she had no intention of deleting her. Right. She just showed up with some firepower. A little more than a week earlier, the concerned parent contacted the police with suspicions that Shires and the teens relationship spanned more than just counseling and spurred them to search the phone. Cops afterwards wrote an arrest documents that the boy later told them that the relationship started in September. Cops said that they found the video of the social worker and the boy that she was assigned to having intercourse. Whoa, man, oh man. So she's gonna get a child porn charge too. She has to. Messages also including
producing
one
it.
asking if the boy had deleted certain videos and whether or not his mom had seen them. Detective Size.
He told her, delete your archives, precious.
Yeah. Delete your archives, please. The detective decided how the boy told police that they had done it at least twice. Look at that, man. Look at that. Her former bosses told Daily Mail that they could not comment due to ongoing police cases. I mean, it's unclear if she has yet to enlist an attorney. Well, she damn well better. Cops who cuffed Cyrus the second time told the court that she believed that the boy's family had ruined her life and taken everything from her by reporting her activity. These assertions came weeks after admitting to having relations with the boy through a call between the mother and police. What I wouldn't give to hear that call. Dale Sanford, what's up, man? What is this? Okay, now let's go to the other one where it talked about her sobbing in court. If I go back, will it take me there? No. Let's see where to go. Aha! Ohio social worker hit with fresh charges. Look at that. There's her crying. Is there a video? Let's see. Maybe I can search for it on YouTube. Let's see. What's your name? Peyton Shires? Yeah. Give me 1 second, guys, to do some research. Peyton Shires, social worker. Oh, please tell me this phone call is up. No way. Let's see. The New York Post. Let's see.
Hey, bombshell, new development in the child rape case.
No, this is someone else. Let's see.
We begin right away with breaking news at 11. A 24-year-old licensed social worker is back in jail tonight after allegedly taking a...
Look at this guy. Ouch, ouch, ouch.
Whoa. He's got a whole max headroom thing going on.
Look at this guy. Look, hold on. Where are we?
Are they like experimenting with AI reporters? Oh God.
So fucking sorry. Hold on. I gotta bring up the race card before they take the stream down. I'm black. I can say this, okay?
Yeah, but are you an alien?
Please, that's true. Oh God, look at that.
gun to the home of a 13-year-old boy she's accused of having sex with. Thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Andrew Kinsey. Yolanda is off. Peyton Shires was arrested earlier this month for having sex multiple times with a 13-year-old boy she was counseling, but tonight she's facing new charges. 10 TV's Richard Solomon in studio tonight with new details we've learned tonight. And Richard, this is wild.
Well, yeah, Andrew, this situation gets more bizarre. We got these court records into our newsroom about an hour ago. The records show Peyton Shires is now charged with 2 counts of intimidation of a witness and victim. Records show earlier today, around 5:30, Shires was in the home of the 13-year-old she was accused of having sex with. The mother of the teen called police saying she saw Shires through her doorbell camera and stated that Shires just got out of prison and was trying to kill her. Police arrived within minutes and says Shires was...
No, she got out of jail. Jail and prison are two different things, guys.
Sitting on the front porch. Documents state Shires had a gun to her head, saying she was going to kill herself and the victim's mother because of the situation ruined her life. Now, Shires was safely taken into police custody, and she was released from jail 2 weeks ago after being held on a $500,000 bond. Of course, this is a story we will keep you updated on. Andrew?
Clown world. What's this?
A Florida lawyer.
What? She left her kids alone at the beach? Wow, but that's a story for another day. Let's see. I wonder if they have the phone call. Probably not. That sucks. It'll come out soon though, guys. And then guess what? August line, you're right. You are correct. It said
it's just talking. I don't see the internet and real life are two different things.
And this is in Ohio too, guys. Oh man, oh man, oh man. Let's do Peyton Shires courtroom. Spike on. Ooh, look at this.
So we try to get, whatever's necessary off the device.
We're getting an inside look with the Internet Crimes Against Children Task Force. As he pulls
Internet Crime ICAC.
evidence.
That's not as cool as Ghost. Right? Where the was it Ghost, Jameson? On the takedown? I think it was, right?
It's from these phones linked to alleged online sex crimes involving kids.
We're looking for the media itself. We're looking for the pictures, the images. We're looking for the conversations.
These phones being checked for illicit photos and video among dozens of cases now being worked by ICAC.
Imagine being these guys. You got to look through all that crap. Ugh.
In Central Ohio.
With regard to the internet, we're seeing an increase there as far as online communication and relationships between adults and young people. And so, yeah, it's definitely becoming a problem here.
These alleged inappropriate relationships, not just on the internet. 24-year-old social worker Peyton Shires, now accused of having sex with a 13-year-old boy she was counseling. Just hours after Shires was charged last Friday, 34-year-old Mackenzie Sokol, a behavioral specialist at a Dublin education.
No way her last name is Sokol. No way. No way, guys. Did you hear that? Hold on. Mackenzie Sokol. No way. Ah! Hold on. Mackenzie. Her name is Mackenzie Sokol. Oh, shit, guys. I didn't make this up. I didn't plan this. Her name is Sokol. Sokol. Look at that. Look at that. Behavioral specialist engaged in unlawful conduct with a minor. A behavioral specialist says she was arrested a couple of hours after. Look at that. Mackenzie Sokol, she was charged after Columbus police began investigation in April regarding social media contact between her and a 12-year-old. Oh, no. They traded photographs and discussed a meeting to engage. Oh, my gosh. Look at that. Look. So on Facebook Messenger. Clown world, guys, what is going on? Hold on, let's look at the rest of this here.
Educational center was arrested and charged with unlawful sexual conduct with a minor after allegedly trading suspected nude photos with a male student under 13.
How are they suspected nude photos?
And in March, former Bloom Carroll High School athletic director Chad Little was sent.
Dude, come on. Come on, dude. That looks like a guy you don't leave around your I mean, let's be honest. Right?
To 4.5 years in prison after pleading guilty to having sexual contact with a student.
And it's a sad reality that you have people who are in trusted positions who are taking advantage of young people.
ABC6 is on your side with a simple checklist parents can use to
get a tie, bro.
Make sure their kids aren't in contact with a predator. Check all of their apps, install parental controls, and monitor all communication your kids are having with others.
Ask them about their experiences, whether that's a new teen, a new meeting, with a counselor, so forth. Ask your children about those experiences.
Police telling us when one mom found questionable texts on her son's phone, she turned the phone over to police, who opened an investigation, which led to charges being filed.
Good.
I'm happy that parents are having an involvement in what their kids are doing on their devices. That's obviously very important.
But let us look into it. That's what we're here for.
On your side, Steve Levine, ABC6 News.
Clown world, man.
Yeah, I wouldn't leave your kids alone with anybody from that video.
Yeah, seriously. Hold on.
Especially E.T.
Mackenzie Sokol. Mackenzie. I can't get over this. Sokol.
Is it actually spelled the same?
Yes. Sokol. Yes. Dude, it's spelled the exact same. Look, here's the article.
We know it's not his sister. Her sister passed.
What's that?
We know it's not his sister. Her sister passed.
It's his knuckleheaded cousin, and it just runs in the family, like all throughout the bloodline. You know what I mean? Look at that. Mackenzie Sokol was 34. She was after a 12-year-old. Gross. Come on, guys. Come on. Let's do this.
I mean, clearly he had issues before, and now he's, had this experience, and he's supposed to be a kid who's worried about playing sports and scholastics and video games and all that stuff. And now he's been elevated to this hyper-sexualized level. And how do you manage that? And who do you go to after somebody who's supposed to be a professional was administering advice and counsel and ended up committing, allegedly, a sexual assault? So it creates all kinds of problems. And there's a reason why we have an age of consent in society.
Right.
This isn't a Romeo and Juliet situation. You can
not if you bring a contract.
Yeah. When I need counseling advice, I turn to a 21-year-old.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. Yep. Crazy.
Talk about, well, he was mature beyond his years, blah, blah, blah. No, 13 is 13.
Yep.
Facts. Yeah.
That's against the law.
100% right. And I'm glad you mentioned the impact that this not only had on this boy, but also the family in general. And you hear about this frightening situation.
Think about the mother here. And then
the gun, because she could have been, imagine she was home. This
could have been a murder-suicide.
Yeah.
Jesse.
Yeah.
And the fact that she had a gun.
Yeah.
What does that tell you? And you're right. Had the mother been home, had the child been home, is it a double murder suicide? It frightens me to think of the possible consequences here, because once these people get caught, and not until they get caught do they often realize, the repercussions of their actions. This isn't just acting out some sort of fantasy by yourself. This is the sexual assault and vicious attack on a child.
Yeah, that's true.
Very simple.
And look, so obviously we say it all the time. She's innocent until proven guilty. These are now very serious charges, and she seems to have made the situation worse for herself. I do want to ask you though, and look, the evidence right now, there's videos and there's the phone call, and now this, it's really bad. When you see these cases, and I want to go back to something that you said, obviously there's the dynamic if you have an older male with a young victim, whether a boy or a girl, the dynamic of a young woman with a younger boy, which we're seeing in these kinds of cases, teachers, is that dynamic different? Or the motivation different? I mean, when you deal with that kind of perpetrator victim scenario?
They're still predators. I mean,
Right.
people ask me, Jesse, all the time, do we ever see predators in my current takedown investigations? And the answer is no. And the specialists in this field will tell you that it's because the female predator does not like the anonymity, right? They for the most part, and it's happened, but not in our investigations, but the female predator is more likely to be in a scenario, the teacher student,
where they
the
know the
therapist
person.
student,
Yep,
the tutor student.
That's true.
Exactly what we see in this case in Ohio. There's another case going on right now in Tennessee, not far from Memphis, where a teacher's accused of having sex with a teenage boy whose husband is a sheriff's deputy.
Oh, I didn't know that part. Uh-oh. That sucks.
This lawyer had a child in that class. So these cases are pretty close in. They're shocking. They're damaging. But you know, they do happen, but it's a complete different mindset than the male predator, who oftentimes is excited and enthralled by the anonymity and this possibility of fulfilling the illegal fantasy.
That leads me to why there were these videos and images in the sense and tech.
Because why not, right? Think about how knuckleheaded these idiots are. You know, they actually think that they could get away with this. You know, like getting caught was just not even a thing. So horrible.
Messages. If you know what you're doing is illegal and you're engaging in sexual contact with a young boy, why create documentary evidence that could be used against you?
Well, because they can't control themselves in some cases, Jesse.
There it is. Right there.
They can't control their horny level.
Talking online.
Virtually every case that we see, and we just did a sting a week ago, there is talk of videotaping the illicit encounter. They know it's risky. They know it's illegal. They know it's harmful to the child. They know that they could go to prison if they're caught. So that's why if they get this opportunity, they're going to capture it so they can relive it by viewing this video. We had a case in Ohio where a guy with a criminal record walked into one of our sting operations. And while he was out pending further investigation, he is caught in a neighboring community in a hotel room with a real 14-year-old girl, having sex with her and creating a video of the entire event.
Oops.
So here's a guy who not only did prison time for criminal behavior, got caught in one of our stings and committed a similar crime again, even after having been caught. These people, whether they're male or female, create an obsession and an addiction to fulfilling this criminal fantasy. It's like telling a heroin addict, there's a 20% chance, though, there's fentanyl in your heroin. They're going to take that chance.
Yeah.
If you tell a predator there's a 20% chance it's going to be a law enforcement sting or Chris Hansen is going to be there, they're going to take that chance because
I wonder how he feels knowing, like, you know, that's the thing. Yeah, I don't want to get caught by the cops and end up meeting Chris Hansen. Like, his name is part of the zeitgeist now, you know? So.
Oh, I'm sure it doesn't boost his ego at all.
They oftentimes can't control themselves.
Were you surprised by the reporting that, I mean, again, if it's true, that she admitted to what she did on the phone in this kind of sting operation where she admitted to the mother that she engaged in sexual conduct with her son? That was, as I mentioned, that was caught on tape by the police.
Right.
Were you surprised that that's true, that she admitted that?
No, I'm not surprised, Jesse,
Yeah.
because we see it in our sting operations all the time. You know, guys figure they do one of two things. They try to lie their way out of it and convince me that.
They always say,
Hey, NBC, 2 words, role playing, chat room, dude.
either that or.
Please don't. I'm sorry. I didn't know. I'm not a child molester.
You mean you weren't?
Oh, man. They were probably like, you just got your social worker's license. You have a a fiance and a child. Why would you do this? And she says,
that would be probably the cleanest.
Oh. Oh.
You know, they were just there to help the child or to tell them that what they were doing was dangerous and wrong, or they throw themselves, on the floor and say, "Well, I know it was wrong, but
Like
now
Lord Hole Jerry.
guys,
No, that was the cops that threw him on the floor.
They say. You know how long that it took me to find that clip, because they only have the edit with that doesn't have that in there. So I had to go and find it. I think it was Joey.
Yeah.
Huh?
I looked for it once myself, and I said maybe AJ is thinking of a different Predator.
No, they had the best arrests, and that's where I found the.
Oh my God! Put your hands up! No!
Yeah, I got that one.
Yeah, that's on the same one.
You've straightened me out. I'll never do it again, and I'm very sorry. And I realized it was a bad thing. So I think cornered, she probably figured, and you can't ever really know for sure because you can't get inside this person's mind. But she probably figured if I appeal to the mother, woman to woman, and apologize and beg for forgiveness, maybe she's not going to report it to the police. And when the mother did the right thing and reported it,
you guys, give the mom a round of applause. Seriously.
He became very desperate and created this, threatening situation with the gun and the threatened suicide.
Miss Shires, when she was in court on these new charges, reportedly told the judge that I didn't want to kill her.
Please.
So look,
Guys.
The lie detector determined that was a lie.
Sorry. Wrong sound.
The lie detector determined that was a lie.
Mm-hmm.
An Ohio social worker accused of sexually abuse.
What happened? What's this one?
But a child killer is headed to prison.
Wow.
Enrico Adams was convicted of beating a toddler to death while in his care. And today, he learned his sentence. Fox 13's Gloria Gomez joins us live from the Hillsborough County Courthouse tonight. So, Gloria, what did the judge decide?
Life, I hope.
Yeah, thank you.
The judge sentenced him to 2 consecutive life sentences. There was no
even better.
From the
Yeah,
defendant.
there you go. Give this judge a round of applause.
Yep.
So sad.
Also had a message for the child's mother. Enrico Adams dodged a huge bullet in June when a jury hopelessly deadlocked on a verdict. But a new jury found him guilty in September in the death of baby Jamarcus Howard. Today, he learns how long he will spend in prison.
I was his mom.
At his sentencing, the
What is going on with this chick's hair?
baby's mother, Shirley
Oh,
Hunter,
God.
thanked prosecutors and investigators for their hard work on the case, but was too broken to say much more.
So, Ms. Hunter, before you leave, hold on. I know. Okay.
Can we just have a moment?
Well, was that her boyfriend who did it? Like, yeah, his girlfriend. Wait, hold on. Wait a minute. Why did she let this guy around the kid in the first place? Wait a minute. She's not innocent in this whole thing. Why? Come on now. She should be getting charged too.
Hunter returned moments later to hear from the court.
You have experienced the worst thing that could happen to a human being. There is nothing worse that can happen to any human being than losing their child.
I don't know, man. I've heard of dudes getting hit by a napalm in Vietnam and surviving, dude. Straight up, man. There's some pretty crazy things out there.
Particularly at the hands of the mother.
Later, the child's great-grandmother did not hold back.
I had nightmares about you. The things you did to my baby.
Sad, man. That's sad. But here's the thing. He said, why was this guy allowed to be around this kid? And where is this kid's father at? You know what I'm saying? Clown world. What? Okay. Hold on. There was one more case that I wanted to show you guys. Give me 1 second. I think we already saw this one. Hold on. 1 second, guys. Have we looked at this? This is the okay. No, Lindsay Clancy she was the one that deleted her kids and then jumped out of a window and ended up paralyzing herself. And then this one right here, Shamia Hall. Okay, I don't think that we've seen this one yet.
And is in custody tonight. Police have been at a home in Italy since 4 this afternoon. That's located off I-35, about 40 miles south of Dallas. WFAA's Matt Howerton joins us live after speaking to relatives and investigators tonight. Matt.
Yeah, Cynthia, I don't know how to say this here, but what happened here on this street in this tiny community behind me is simply unfathomable. A mother, police say, stabbing her own children, 3 of them to death. Police still on scene here tonight telling us that all this happened around 4 p.m. this afternoon. And believe me when I tell you, something like this that happened on this tiny street in this tiny community has sent a titanic shockwave through so many here in Italy, Texas. So far,
Italy instead of Italy, Italy.
What we know tonight, it is unknown what sparked the killings, but WFAA sources telling us the mother stabbed her children when a CPS worker who suspected the mom was having unsupervised visitations arrived at a home on the street where the children lived to check on everyone unannounced.
Oh, so she had her kids taken away, and then she decided she was going to go over there and take care of business. Man, that's so sad.
Children, we were told, were living with another relative
There
at
it
the
is.
time. The kids living here under the supervision of another relative, as we said, police telling us that CPS worker called 911 when she found all of them dead. 3 of the children, all young, 2 more taken to the hospital. Their injuries unknown tonight. Police not saying much else. We don't know the name of the mother or what charges she's facing right now. Our cameras did capture a group praying outside the home moments ago. As we said, everyone here very upset, shocked. A relative who babysat the kids spoke with us tonight, saying she remembers holding the children like it was just yesterday.
And I just want everybody to know them are
Sad,
beautiful
guys.
babies. And I love them. And I know God never make no mistake. And I just want to say, they gained their wings. And this is something that hurts so bad.
That's crazy, man.
And CPS sent us this statement tonight saying we are shocked by this incomprehensible tragedy and already working with law enforcement to investigate how this happened and why. As we said, this community rocked. A small vigil was held down the street after the killings to just stand for this family and this community, letting them know that they are with them at this time. News like this travels fast through a small town and everyone is feeling the hurt. This a major story and a tragic one at that we'll be following for days. And we'll bring you more updates when we learn them. In Italy tonight, I'm Matt Howerton.
Look at that, man. Look at that. Jameson, that's crazy, right?
Yeah, if I can't have them, nobody can, right?
Yeah, basically. Man, I don't even know, man. I don't even know why anyone would do that. I don't understand. You know? Well, so was talking to my to a friend of mine about TCAP, and I said, really, like, people really didn't understand that that predators can look like anyone. You know what I mean? There's still that hold that they got to look like.
Donald Morrison.
Yeah. But it's like, no, man. You know? Whoa. Hold on. Look at this. I'm going through my playlist. Dude, this cop pulls this guy over. He kidnapped these 2 kids. Like, this isn't my dad. What?
Oh, I think I've seen this.
How are you doing with the kids? What's going on?
An alleged kidnapper caught on
I
camera.
have.
Florida officers
What?
made a quick rescue of 2 young children.
All right, step out of the car. That's not my dad. Step out of the car, bro.
It happened on October 10th in Hillsborough,
Bro.
Florida. Just before 7 o'clock that evening, Deputy Jonathan Pazmino Alvarez was flagged down by a distressed father.
I know where your dad is. I saw him running this way.
The man told the officer his children, ages 4 and 8, were taken when someone stole his truck. Just minutes later, Deputy
Just
Pazmino
jumped in the truck with them in it. That is crazy.
Alvarez got eyes on the vehicle.
Stop the truck! Now! Pull into the parking lot!
When the truck pulled over, the deputy began asking questions.
D's not your car? Step out of the car. Step out of the car, bro.
Looking at me?
Is he mentally ill?
Anything? Me? Are you trying to say that I did something illegal?
How dare you?
He pulled a David Schumacher.
Yeah, right?
Okay, step out of the car. Help me out here.
The suspect, later identified as 37-year-old Kevin Smith, continued to tell the deputy, quote, "It's not me."
Are you gonna step out?
Should have known it was Kevin Smith.
Body cam footage captures one of the children saying the suspect is not his father as the officer attempts to take the man into custody.
Is this? Yeah. All right, step out of the car. That's not my dad. Step out of the car, bro. Step out of the car. Step out of the car.
Smith was arrested on the scene and later charged with grand theft motor vehicle and 2 counts of felony kidnapping. The children were not injured in the incident and were safely returned to their father. For the latest developments in this case and all things true crime, stay with Law and Crime Network. I'm Sierra Gillespie.
Wow. Oh, here you guys. We're going to do one more, and then I'll shut this bad boy down. But check this out.
From Queens, accused of raping a 14-year-old student after teaching kids about what consent means.
Sorry, guys.
Did she also have a bumper sticker?
It's not funny, but the sheer audacity when hypocrisy crosses over into audacity, dude. Come on.
Welcome back to Sidebar here on Law and Crime. I'm Anjanette Levy. Melissa Rockpenzies taught at the Corona Arts and Sciences.
She looks like Rachel Dratch, right?
Yes, I couldn't put my thumb on it, but that's exactly who she looks like.
Rachel Dratch.
Saturday Night Live, right?
I don't care how anyone tries to dress her up. She is not pretty at all, dude. Look at that.
Well, she's like a guy, you rely on your humor.
You know what sucks? You ever see Danny DeVito's daughter? So the one who was on
Lucy?
Yeah. Was it Lucy DeVito, right?
Yeah, she was on the show.
Yeah.
The one that Danny was the character was interested in.
Yeah. Dude, she looks just like him. That's sad, dude. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. That's like how Chelsea Clinton. see. Clinton. Looks just like Bill Clinton.
Well, it was the same way with what was Bush's daughter?
Look at that. Look at that. And then John Elway's daughter.
Oh God, no.
Elway.
I'm scared.
Look at that, dude. A chip off the old block.
Well, didn't George W. Bush have a daughter who looked just like him too?
Really?
I think so. He had twin daughters, and one of them had the same face.
W. Bush daughters.
I don't remember her name.
This one on the right.
Yes, that's her.
Look at that. Yeah, you're right. I never noticed that.
It's creepy.
You remember how they were all like, down with LGBTQ, and then like one of them is a lesbian, right? I think.
No, that was the Vice President Cheney. He had
that was a
daughter.
That was Bush, I think.
Yeah, his vice president had a gay daughter. Was it Lynn? No, not Lynn. Mary Cheney.
No. Wait.
Oh, maybe I'm wrong. I could be
Yeah. One of George Bush's twin daughters. Hold on. I don't want to speak.
I don't follow stuff that closely anymore.
I don't want to be sued for defamation here. Hold on. Guys, I'm so off topic.
Allegedly.
Yeah. No, I think she just endorsed it. Let's see. Okay, anyways.
Yeah, I mean, who cares, really?
Yeah.
In Queens, New York, Reckenzie's faces charges of rape, criminal sexual act, and acting in a manner injurious to a child younger than 17.
You know what's crazy?
Queens District Attorney.
Think about these. Oh my goodness! Look. Does she have an English accent? I mean, look at this.
She's got a 5-head.
Straight up, dude. Do you know who that Welsh MMA fighter is? The only Welsh woman in UFC. Welsh.
I can only think of Joe Calzaghe.
UFC.
I think he's from Wales.
Images. What's this girl's name? Woman. I knew it. I knew she looked like her. Corey McKenna. Tanner, what's up, man? Yeah, Corey McKenna, dude. Doesn't she look Welsh AF, dude? You know? Look at that. And I think that she trains out of American Top Team or something. It's like, you live in Florida? And you look like this. You get a tan, you know? Anyways.
She'll fight Tyson Fury next.
I know, right? See, I know. Hey, Jameson, do you follow Hanato Moicano's channel on YouTube?
That doesn't sound familiar.
Oh, dude, that's that Moicano wants money, guy. Dude, check him out, dude. Check him out because he learned English because he's Brazilian by playing Call of Duty, right? So he is so hilarious, man. He's hilarious. Check him out, man, on YouTube.
Attorney's office says Reckenzie's was one of the accuser's summer years between July and August of last year.
Clown world.
And that beginning in July, Reckenzie's and the student started having conversations about sex on social media.
What?
And in September of last year, the DA says Reckenzie's and the student started a sexual relationship during meetups in her car near the school. Queens DA Melinda Katz issued the following statement. These disturbing allegations represent an abuse of authority and a betrayal of the trust students and parents place in their schools.
Wow.
On behalf of the victim and his family, and the overwhelming majority of teachers committed to the education and well-being of our children, we will seek to achieve justice in this case. Rackenzie's husband told the New York Post his wife is innocent. He loves her, and she's
Beta.
There it is, guys.
Beta.
My wife would never do such a thing.
Beta.
These charges are false.
Beta.
I'll stand by her no matter what.
Beta.
I was just going to say that. I'll be by her side the whole time.
I will not rest until these charges are proven false.
Beta.
Come on, man.
She just has alopecia.
She didn't even meet Chris Hansen. These charges can't be true.
Beta.
Come on, man.
the mother of their 3 children. Joining me to discuss this case and the allegations.
Yo, is that Glenn Close?
I thought it was Judith Light from Who's the Boss?
Oh yeah, you're right.
Surrounding it is Lynn Cadigan of the Cadigan Law Firm. She has represented victims of sexual abuse, including victims of Archdiocese of the Catholic Church. And she's
that's
Imagine that.
That is called job security, right there. Shoot.
Here to talk with us today, Lynn. Welcome to Sidebar. Thanks for coming on.
I'm happy to have. Thank you for having me. Thank you for having me.
Lynn, we have a 33-year-old teacher, Melissa Rackenzie's, and she's accused of raping a 14-year-old student. What is your first impression of this case?
Although we don't know the facts of this case yet, there could be more facts to come out. I find it very surprising that a woman, particularly a younger woman, is sexually abusing one of her students. It's normally
come on, dude, come on.
I was gonna say, come on, get with the times.
You've been hoodwinked, bamboozled, led astray, run amok.
This is what the fuck I mean. I try to not cuss, guys, but this is bullshit. The fact that knuckleheads, and this woman's a lawyer. This woman's an attorney. And
Yeah, you should have known something was.
Come on, man.
Yeah.
men who are doing this. It's very unusual to have a woman.
Please.
And one of the strangest things about this is the fact that there's some Facebook post floating around out there in which she was teaching children about consent and what consent means.
Look at that. Wait, would you like to give Nana a hug? Respecting their answer is no. So, grandparents. Okay, have you guys heard those knuckleheads that are saying that, like, oh, I want to sue my mom because I didn't consent to being born? Or they're like, you have to try and get your infant's consent before changing their type. Oh, man.
And whether or not they might be approached by a family member or somebody like that, or victimized by a family member, and she's teaching these things, and yet now she's accused of violating that very tenet of what consent means. And she's an adult. She's in a position of power over a 14-year-old student. She's old enough to be this student's mother.
It's very instructive for school administrators to realize that someone who can be a fox in sheep's clothing, because what happens frequently is
I think she
the
meant wolf.
molesters or the abusers appear to be the ones who are the good guys or the good women or the ones who are in charge and are watching out for the kids. You don't have sexual abusers who appear creepy or appear like they might abuse. What you have is abusers who take advantage of the system, blend in, and act like they're helping. So it's very instructive for schools and other places that take care of children to realize that the teacher, the aide, the administrator who appears to be the most helpful and the most concerned about the children are frequently the ones who are actually abusing the children.
She has been reassigned, as they say. So she has not been terminated. And
what?
she's a teacher. So, of course, she's in the teachers union. There are ways in which these things are handled. There are things laid out in contracts about how allegations against a teacher are handled. They don't usually just immediately fire them unless there's been some history of it somewhere else. So what does reassigned mean? We've heard many times about the rubber rooms in New York City. It's kind of like, this place where they send
she would not
teachers
consent
who
to
are
being
under
fired.
scrutiny or have some situation like this. So she's still collecting a paycheck, and she's innocent until proven guilty.
Because this is the United States, you are innocent until proven guilty. So what the school is trying to do is protect her right.
Wait 1 minute. No way. Hold on.
You're doing the Chris Hansen pause.
Husband of New York teacher charged with raping 14-year-old student. Wait, hold on. I thought he was charged. Never mind. Look at this. Where are we? My wife is innocent.
Beta.
She's the mother of 3 kids.
Beta.
She loves them very much.
Beta.
Come on, dude. She's been a big part of the community, of the school. We'll all support her. We're saying she's innocent. I won't elaborate any other way.
Beta.
Come on, man.
You better keep her name out your mouth.
She was released without bail. Clown world. Look at that. Guys, honestly, if this was a man, do you honestly think that he would be released without bail?
Did she show up to the kid's house with a gun?
Look at that. And they have evidence. They have her dead ass. The legend have you started two months later. When they were meeting in the car. She's accused of having sex in the car at least once a week. Were alerted after she went to the principal in early July to report that the student had threatened to delete her and her kids if he didn't cough up $5,000. Oh man, he was trying to extort her. Now wait a minute. What did she think would come from that? So she reported the student threatening her. Did she not think that he was going to share the receipts? Right?
She was just giving him driving lessons.
It wasn't clear if Rackenzie's told the principal why the male student was allegedly trying to extort her. The boy who no longer attends the school tried to get into their building with 2 of his friends. Oops. Oh, snap. Days later, the student emailed the principal screenshots of the conversations. Oh, he was snitching. He was snitching. On behalf of the victim and his family, look at that. Yeah. Slapped with charges of rape, criminal sexual act. If convicted, she's only 7 years. Only 7 years. Look at that. Look at this. I'll wait for full examination of the evidence on this one. Screenshots can be faked pretty easily. Come on, dude. Come on.
You've been had. You've been took. You've been hoodwinked. Bamboozled. Led astray. Run amok.
Come on, man. And no need to rush to judgment.
Dude. Wasn't that a recent case too where that woman was being blackmailed? The kid wanted her to buy him another gun.
Yeah. Yep. So she was banging this 13-year-old, got him a firearm, and her name registered to her. Look at that. And even then, so people are saying that why would she have gone to the principal if she knew that she was doing something wrong. Man,
She thought she could scare him into silence.
but let's just say, let's just say, set the scene here that she is being falsely accused here. This is what people say, oh, false accusations never happen and they're harmless. Well, let's just say that this kid's lying through his teeth. Her reputation is destroyed. So,
Well, that's when you would go to the police and not when you're actually guilty of the crime as she is.
yeah. Well, I think that she's a. Someone said he says that my wife is innocent, the mother of 3 kids, so she loves him very, very, very much. So the problem is that she loves a 4th kid very much too. Yeah, yeah. There you go. Look at that. Look at that, man. Yeah, crazy, man. Here, let's do the rest of this knucklehead here.
Against the
right. Guys, please drop a like on the stream. That means hit the thumbs up button. Thumbs up button. Yeah.
Of the child obtain justice. And frequently what they do is they give these teachers administrative positions. What they should do is put them in a position where they have no access to children. However, if she's out on bail, she can meet this kid in a parking lot in a car like she was accused of doing originally.
Like Mary Kay Letourneau did, right? Right, guys?
If a sexual abuser is out on bail or out on the streets, you can't stop them from what they're going to do. And so it's a real problem.
A failed California horse show without bail.
Whoa, she put a $1.2 million
my case
a middle school
hit on her husband's head.
Should involve all the reports to the police as well, in my opinion. Some people think that's violating their constitutional rights because they haven't been convicted. But I think when you balance the needs to protect children against her constitutional right to not have it be known she was wrongfully accused, I think the benefit for the children should outweigh her rights.
Yep.
You said at the beginning.
Yeah, I don't trust the opinion of a woman who retires
see that
or
as much.
hires a retired athlete to be her housekeeper.
What do you mean?
Tony Monero. Oh, not Tony Monero.
Yeah,
Saturday
yeah.
Fever. That's Saturday
right.
Fever.
Teachers don't notice it. Think of this as mostly being something involving
wrong,
men.
Tony?
Is this more prevalent than we realize?
Oh.
Because maybe people
Let's
don't
see.
notice it as much with
Yes.
female teachers.
I still think it's very unusual. It's very unusual.
Fucking idiot.
You've been had. You've been took. You've been hoodwinked. Bamboozled. Led astray. Run amok.
This is what we're dealing with, guys. This is what we're dealing. And what I'm not saying that the majority of cases are not male, but what happens is that if you're saying that all the enemy's coming from one side, you can get flanked. You know what I'm saying? You got to be vigilant. You know what I mean? And what the narrative is, men only, and women are just allowed to get away with this crap.
But I think it's a bit more prevalent now because the students are coming forward because of the very thing she was teaching. This very victim of hers was being taught by her to come forward. So it's an interesting twist in which the victim is now using the very tools she gave him to bring her to justice. However, it is very unusual for women to do this.
Guys, I'm sorry.
You've been had.
I gotta do it again. I have to do it.
Hoodwinked. Bamboozled. Led astray. Run amok.
Don't listen to this person. Okay? Don't.
38 years.
Way ahead of you.
I've only seen it twice. And it's generally being a sexual predator is a male.
If you're representing the parents of the 14-year-old, what's your advice to them? Is this ripe for a civil suit, or what do you think about that?
Well, you can throw anything you want in a civil suit. Just ask Matt Ariza, right?
Yeah.
Well, frequently in these situations, you almost obtain more justice by bringing a lawsuit against the school for failing to have notice of what she was doing. What the student is going to have to prove is that the school had notice that she was being alone with him, that she had the opportunity to be alone, and that she was inappropriate. If they have that notice, they can bring an action. The parents of the child can bring an action against the school, and they can obtain a money judgment against the school. Frequently, there's more justice obtained by suing civilly than bringing a criminal case, because bringing a criminal case requires such a high burden of proof and is much more stressful on the child. Anyway,
Well, we will continue to follow this case and see where it goes. Lynn Cadigan, thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate it. That's it for this edition
Angela.
of Law and Crime Sidebar Podcast. You can download and listen to Sidebar on Apple, Spotify, Google, and wherever else you get your podcasts. And of course, you can always watch it on Law and Crime's YouTube channel anytime. Just remember to hit that subscribe button. I'm Anjanette Levy, and we will see you next time.
Anjanette. That's such an interesting name, right? Anjanette. Anjanette.
That's not Jenna Fisher.
Nah. That looks like Amy Fisher, right? Joey Buttafuoco over here. Hold on. He was what?
Yeah, speaking of predators.
Hold on. What happened here?
I'm going to talk briefly.
Uh-oh, it's our boy.
That we're going to do a press conference on this next Friday morning. So y'all stay tuned for more news on Friday morning. But this obviously became big news in Cartersville, Georgia, at the police department, and the information quickly leaked out. Well, when you do these operations, as this one was hugely successful, we'll talk about Friday, you arrest Johns who are seeking out prostitutes as well.
Look at his hand motion, seeking out.
Well, let me introduce you to what I consider a high-profile arrest. This is Deputy Chief Jason DePrima.
Deputy Chief, of
the Cartersville Police Department. As I understand it, after talking to his chief, he's been there almost 30 years, graduate of the FBI Academy, well-respected police officer in town. Did you notice I said in town? But he was out of town. That's right. He was at an American Polygraph Association meeting in Orlando, Florida.
Oops.
Let me say this clearly. I don't want you to miss it. Driving an unmarked vehicle that was normally assigned to the DEA task force, meaning their officer assigned to the task force would have driven this vehicle. But apparently his vehicle was not so good to make the trip, so he's in one of the undercover vehicles. When he shows up at our undercover operation in the government vehicle, carrying alcoholic beverages. Apparently,
Just carrying some Mike's Hard Lemonade.
Did you have condoms and a penis pump too?
Light for himself and White Claw for our undercover.
Close enough.
The White Claw, dude.
It's Mike's 2.0.
That's right. He bought a case of White Claw because she said she would like it. So
there it is.
So ostensibly, this guy has come to have sex with a prostitute while driving the Cartersville Police Department undercover vehicle. And he was in possession of alcohol, which, of course, had we not intervened, he was going to drink that, engage in sexual conduct, and ultimately get in his government vehicle and drive back to his hotel.
He said
because she was going with it. She was so she wanted it. That's what it seemed like to me.
And then he said, "I'm here to party."
I'm just here to drink my beer and party. All right.
But newsflash, this is Jason DePrima 49 years of age.
Dang.
His picture at the Polk County Jail. That's right. And let me tell you the story as he relates it to us.
Here we go.
He is texting with, guess what? Our undercover detective. He started.
He said,
Hey, NBC, 2 words, role playing, chat room, dude.
Started this conversation with her on Wednesday night where he was going to show up, but he became spooked. He didn't say why.
You
but
know
on
why?
Thursday,
you know why? Because he said, oops. Oh, wait, hold on. He said,
You seem like law enforcement. I happen to know law enforcement.
night,
Or did she say that to him?
just couldn't resist the urge to be with our undercover detective, who he thought was a high-class prostitute. So he once again began to communicate. He asked how much the price is. She said $80 or a full half hour, $120. He said, I'm in. So he comes to the house. Ultimately, he's arrested. But the conversation is
he
very
pulls up in the undercover, and they said,
interesting. He told her before the takedown occurred that the night before he had engaged with another prostitute online for $200. And that prostitute said, hey, go get a Cash App card. You know, you can buy them at the convenience stores. And he did for $200. And then she said, I want you to take a photograph of it so I know you've got the money.
Now cash me outside.
He took a photograph and sent it to the alleged prostitute.
oh no, they got him dead ass, dude.
Wednesday night, according to him. You're not going to believe this. You can't even believe this. Now, this guy's a cop, and he was flim-flammed and conned by a prostitute. That's right. She took the information off of the card
and took the money.
Got the $200 and left him high and dry.
Oh God, I love that.
Oh, that's awesome, man. I know. I don't usually like thieves, but this is a rare time that I'm gonna say. Where people get got.
He was ripped off.
Guys, drop a like on the stream. It does help with the all-knowing algorithm. That means hit the old thumbs up. Okay.
Was she a Nigerian princess?
Honestly, to be honest, I think that they should legalize prostitution. Honestly.
Yeah, I mean, I don't see any reason why not. Just
places like Amsterdam and I think like Australia, where they legalize it, and like rates of DV and all this stuff against women went down like exponentially. So
just take the resources they're using on this kind of sting and put it towards human trafficking. That way, prevents that from happening as a result.
Adults,
Yeah.
and then they provide care for workers who are doing it just like they do for other. I don't see an issue. So
a confidence scam with a prostitute.
We'd have less of these incels creating havoc too.
Yep.
So that was on Wednesday. Then he talks. He's not giving up. Then he talks, and Thursday night at just before midnight, he shows up. He shows up with his White Claw.
That.
And it's like, what are you thinking? What are you thinking? What is going on? You're a deputy chief, a high-ranking official in a very respected police department, and you're showing up with White Claw and 2 Bud Lights, and we're not sure whether he can do math or not, okay? Because the deal is for $120 for a half hour, a full half hour. He shows up with $180. He shows up with 180 and says, I can send you the rest of it on a Cash App, but I had to stop to buy the White Claw.
What an idiot.
Please tell me he told her to take the White Claw and put that in the refrigerator.
For some reason,
he was driving at night, you know.
I don't know if he's
He's
planning
not a
on
driver at
extra
night.
time. He can't add. He wants to leave a tip. He wants to impress this person. But listen to his text. He's real suspicious. I guess you would be after you got ripped
You
off.
seem
the
like
night
law
before.
enforcement.
Savage. Yep.
Listen to his text. If you're legit as you seem, we will have fun. If not, I'm riding around with a case of White Claw, feeling girly.
That's good. Feeling girly.
Look at his face. Like, what the?
Oh, he got to feel arresty when we put him in jail. So we put him in jail late on Thursday night under a $500 bond.
Guys, he said,
please don't put this in TV. Don't put this in TV.
The other inmate said, "That's the guy with the White Claws."
That's the guy with the white claw.
At 4 o'clock. So he got to spend, almost 2 complete nights in the county jail. So now he's gone from deputy police chief. As I understand, he's suspended pending their disciplinary actions, and he's facing criminal charges here in Polk County. So if all else fails, he can write a book, How to Ruin Your Career in 3 Easy Steps. Start out by going to Florida to a polygraph association school, then lie to the detectives when they investigate and ask you questions.
Oops.
Oh, he made admissions. But it's like, I wanted to ask him, since he's a polygrapher and was at polygraph school, would you like to take a polygraph with those answers you gave us? How would that work for you? And according to all the information we received, he's got a beautiful wife and a great family. And
he said,
it's just talking. I don't see the internet and real life are 2 different things.
What was the other thing he had? White Claw and Bud Light?
Right?
Man.
Poor guy.
Had you lost the last 3 brain cells, or did you just have cabbage for brains? Why would you do that?
Cabbage for brains.
Anyway, he's charged. He's managed, obviously, to create a great deal of angst with his family. His police chief is angry beyond words, which I certainly clearly understand. He's embarrassed the city. He's been a police officer there for a long time. And now he's facing criminal charges in Florida. Are there any questions?
Here we go.
Not. What he said was he came there to hang out and watch football.
Yes.
There it is.
The Steelers and the Ravens.
The Steelers and the Ravens. Right? Of course. Yeah.
Well, that was a partial admission.
Dupay was too cheap to bring alcohol, though.
That we received, that's part of the evidence. But, you have to look at things to say, one, is it legal? Is it moral? Is it ethical? And does it pass the smell test? He lost on all 4 points.
John DePee lost on all 4 points.
It's neither legal, ethical, moral, or passes the smell test. And I think what he should have done was say, hey, if I'd have asked my chief or my wife, is it okay to go hang out with a girl over 20 miles away and watch football while I drink beer and she drinks White Claw? Is that okay? I think he would have gotten his answer. You would have thought, as a high-ranking police officer, well-respected, he would have known better. But he didn't. And now he's got lots of issues, home
Yeah,
issues, work issues.
the white claw is a
issues.
crime in and of itself.
What he's got going here is a situation. And he's in the middle of it.
Clown world.
Any other questions? Well, it disappoints me for the industry. We all know better. Now, you've heard me stand right here behind this podium before about some of our folks who periodically, we've got over 1,000 deputies. Occasionally, one of them does something inappropriate. And when they do, we arrest them. My detectives, who are simply the very best, arrest them. And I stand up here and I'll walk all over them about their criminal conduct and other police agencies. But it embarrasses me for our industry anytime you see this, because the people have a right to and expect better of us.
It's true. Yep.
Now, if this guy,
our industry.
Yep. So,
when he retires, if this guy doesn't get his own show called Judge Grady Judd,
yeah. He needs to do some media. He has to.
This guy,
or even like do like a true crime series where, you know what I mean, like, you know, host a true crime show. Because dude, he has that X factor. He has it, you know. So
he's got that old school common sense.
yeah, and then his presentation style is good too.
Yes, he's got the Shatner thing too.
Oh no, this is
Let me introduce you to Aaron Michael D'Alto. He was a captain with Polk County Fire Rescue.
Captain.
He's no longer employed by them. He resigned in lieu of termination. And do you know why? We arrested him, along with the Winter Haven Police Department. On about November the 8th, the Winter Haven Police Department was contacted where this fire captain supposedly had sex with a 17-year-old girl.
Jesus.
That's clearly illegal. What makes it worse is he met this 17-year-old girl when she came for a ride along at the fire station.
That's terrible.
So at the end of the day, Winter Haven Police is notified. They begin their investigation, and they determine that 2 of the 3 times where this former captain with the fire department and this 17-year-old victim had consensual sex, 2 of the 3 times were at Saddle Creek Park. So we joined the investigation. As we investigated the case, we also determined that they had been at an escape room in Lakeland, that they had gone to the movie together in Lakeland, that they had met at Saddle Creek Park by their own admission.
Oops.
In fact, he admitted to taking her to the escape room and to a movie and going to Saddle Creek Park, but he denied ever having sex with her.
Come on, dude.
The evidence all is to the contrary. So we arrested him. He went to jail. In addition to that, he resigned from the fire department. So how did that work for him?
Hope it was worth it, dude.
I can tell you that Polk Fire Rescue totally cooperated. They always do when they have an unfortunate event, but we should not judge all of the wonderful, hardworking firefighters by this guy's stupid action.
That's true.
At the end of the day, he's supposed to be the adult in the room, not led by the child in the room. And as a result of his conduct and her conduct, he went to jail facing very serious felony charges.
Facts.
Sheriff, do you
Dang.
know how authorities found out about this relationship?
I don't know. It first came into Winter Haven Police Department. Then they notified us when they found that 2 of the events were in the county. One apparently happened at the Lake Maud Park in the city limits of Winter Haven. But during the investigation, they determined that 2 of the events happened in the unincorporated area, and that's how we got involved. But after all, firefighters save lives, but he ruined his own professional life with his conduct.
So he had made it up the ranks in the department, so you would assume that he would have more sense than, you know, cavorting with a minor. He apparently didn't. What do you think?
No, it's very frustrating to me, because when a person does something like this, they not only embarrass themselves, they embarrass the fire department, their colleagues, and the entire industry. Well, it's important to point out that everyone that's hired in public safety is hired from the human race. And just occasionally, you'll let
some knucklehead, yeah,
come into your ranks who you believe is a stellar person. Obviously, they thought so. He even had
clown world. So, all right, you guys, we're almost at the 2-hour mark. I'm gonna shut this bad boy down. Jameson, what is your avatar today? I can't see it.
That's from excuse me. That's from Halloween 3.
Oh, okay.
Where he's screaming, "Stop it!"
Jameson.
I think Grady Judd should do a modern day reboot of the Andy Griffith Show.
Yeah, or he should be the new. That was like Rescue 911 or whatever. He should do that type of show.
He's got to do something when he retires.
Yeah, because Lord knows he's probably been on the job for like 40 years at this point. So, but all right, you guys, I'll catch you guys on Friday. I'm gonna drop Chuck Harding here soon. There's just something with the formatting that messed up, so I have to fix it. But that'll be coming soon, guys. And yeah, it's been a pleasure.
You know who's gonna like that is father son.
Yeah, father son, wherever you are, man. We miss you, man. It was a father son, Alex, John, all the OG, Josh, yeah, all you guys, man. I think you and Luna are the only ones who still call in. Yeah, I mean, even though we have skunks and all of them in the chat.
Well, we got Cam.
Yeah, he's all right. I'm playing. What's up, Cam? All right, you guys have a good one. Okay.
See you later.